Let's be honest. You think you know a guy until you play Deep Rock Galactic with him. You see, Deep Rock Galactic is one of those games that crosses my mind every now and then. I'm not one of those super huge fans. It's not my number one game, you know. Some people have their number one game that they play the most. This isn't the game that I play the most. It's a game that I play a decent amount and I play more than others, but I don't even know if it's a top 10. That also probably has to do with the fact that in order to play cross-platform on this game, one, the cross-platform play is only between Xbox and PC in order for PC to play with Xbox, you have to own the game on the Xbox store, which is a bit of an annoyance because the Steam version is better. Not like there's really an update difference between them, but it's just, you know, Steam, better, mods, better, but overall, it really changes you as a person. You get into this game with a friend, and you think, oh, you know, we're just gonna do another co-op playthrough of this game, and it's not like that. It's awful. You go into a mission, you say 10-15 minutes. 45 minutes later, you're low on ammo, your friend is down, and you're sitting there thinking, how did we get here? How did I get here? This is a hell, you know? And that's the beauty of it. Sometimes I'll be sitting there and I'm like, I'm having a lot of fun, this is really chill, and my friend is fighting for his life. Not having a very chill time, which is weird to me. I've been told, like, oh man, this is not really a relaxing game, and I'm like, this is the most relaxing game that I play, and maybe it's because I'm a sociopath, you know, maybe it's the bodies that I have in the basement and under the floorboards, the heart that I still hear beating every day from the body under the floorboards. But minus that, Deep Rock Galactic, it doesn't scratch any itches for me, you know. I think it's just a good game at its core, you know. Even when I can't really say there's ever a time I don't want to play it, but as for a casual player, I feel like I do get, I don't want to say burnt out, but sometimes I just don't see the reason to play the game. You know, you get on and you just get to a point, especially after you've unlocked a lot of the weapons and you have all of the gear unlocked, you kind of sit there and go, well, now what? You know, there's not really more to unlock, and to an extent there is. Like, yeah, I could go and get overclocks and stuff, and there is that whole end game with overclocks, but other than that, if you're not really doing deep dives and stuff, there's not really a point to it. I mean, is there really a point to play any video games? I guess you could say that to yourself, and I guess it's just for the fun of it. Sometimes you want to get on, you want to mine gold, you want to do missions, you want to kill bugs. I'm going to be honest. I may have went a little off topic there, and I don't really know what the topic is. Maybe if I had a script in front of me, but that's not fun. Writing a script is something that you do for movies and TV shows. This isn't a movie and this isn't a TV show. This is real life. Except for the parts of it that aren't real life, which is a lot of it because we're playing a video game. This game is fun. If you enjoy shooting things and shooting more things and then doing things while shooting things and then having things come after you, then this is a game for you. Honestly, it's just a good game in general, like I said in the beginning. I mean, did I say that? I don't remember. I don't remember what I said 5 seconds ago, to be honest with you. I'm on crack. I'm doing drugs, hardcore drugs, and I've got a brain that I can't remember things before like a second ago. Minus that, Bosco as an anime girl is probably the best mod you can get. Bosco-chan, I love her. She keeps me safe and I keep her safe. We go to missions together, and personally, between you and me, Bosco is probably the best partner that you can have. You know, you might think, well, wouldn't you rather 3 real people? No, because they're real people and I have to rely on them. Bosco does what I tell her, and she does it well. For the most part, other than the times she is out in the middle of fucking nowhere and I don't even know where she is and I'm dying. But what I will say is, when I do go down, I call for Bosco and she revives me. Unlike my friends, who are probably already dead if I'm dead, to be honest with you. But minus that, this is a game about shooting bugs. And there's like 2 games where you shoot bugs. And that's this game, and that's Helldivers 2. And the difference between this game and Helldivers 2 is that Helldivers 2 isn't fun. So, I think some people might be mad at me for saying that, but your game has a horrific, invasive anti-cheat that ruins the game for absolutely no reason. Actually, no, there is a reason why Helldivers 2 has an anti-cheat. I'm going to get into a rant here. The only reason why the Helldivers 2 anti-cheat fucking exists, okay, is for microtransactions. That's right, they don't give a fuck about cheating and shit. It's easy to cheat in that game. What they care about is money. Super credits in Helldivers 2 are their microtransaction currency, but you can also earn super credits in-game. And instead of spending money on super credits, you could just go into a match and cheat yourself some super credits willy-nilly, and then you never have to buy them again. But they thought of that. That's why they introduced this invasive, horrible anti-cheat. That's why NBA 2K added an anti-cheat to the PC version of the game. It's not to actually prevent cheaters. They don't give a fuck about that. It's to prevent the bottom dollar. Anyway, Deep Rock Galactic is a game where you play as a bunch of midgets. Midgets. A bunch of dwarves with big beards. Unless you decide to take the beard off the character, then your dwarf doesn't have a beard. So you play as a bunch of hairless midgets. And you just have to mine for resources and stuff. Don't make fun of me for using cheats in my gameplay. You're not there, alright? It's not affecting your game. I know you're thinking of it because I'm thinking of it. Just because I'm thinking of it and you're not thinking of it doesn't mean you're thinking of it. Anyway, I'm currently geeked up right now. You know what? I gotta do more drugs. Let's do more drugs really quick. Look at, I know I went a little off topic there, and to be honest with you, I already completely forgot what I was going to say, and I thought of what I was going to say like 5 seconds ago, so I'm just fucked, alright? I have psychosis, I'm schizophrenic, you know what, I'm not gonna joke about mental issues. I probably shouldn't leave that in, but I'm going to when I shouldn't. I'm just, you know, I see dead people. And a lot of them are naked because you don't go into the afterlife with clothing. Because why would you wear clothing when you're dead? Clothing is a physical object when you think about it, and a ghost isn't a physical being anymore. So they're all naked. And a lot of people die when they're old. And that's like, and when I say die, I mean like when they die naturally. Most young people don't die naturally, so when you do see somebody that might be good looking, they are disgustingly mangled. Like, yeah, like Trixie, the hot, you know, 18-year-old high school, you know, or not really high school senior, you know, maybe just graduated in college, you know, she went drunk driving and she died. She got, you know, her car got totaled, and it got totaled for a reason. That shit got crunched into a fucking inch. You know, have you ever seen a car that's an inch long? All right, you don't survive that. Trixie doesn't look good anymore, to say the least, in her ghost form, even if she's naked, because there's not really a lot to look at there, considering that she is now an inch long person, or inch width, wide. Anyway, I'm sick and tired of seeing elderly women's breasts, all right? That shit is disgusting. I'm not even gonna go into in more depth on what it looks like, but naked grandma, basically. Anyway, a little bit off topic, but Helldivers 2 just kind of makes you feel that way. There is not really a lot to talk about, but at the same time, there is a lot to talk about. And I think that's a perfect example of Deep Rock Galactic for the average gamer who, as somebody like myself who tries to branch out and play most things. I like to play a lot of games. I have a Steam library of 300 plus games. My entire PC gaming library is over 1,100 games, I think. I've played like 5 of them. All right. Honestly, though, Jokes aside, that's not really a joke. I played like 100. I played a couple. Anyway, we're losing ourselves here in the eye of the tiger. Basically, I don't even know what I'm gonna say. Oh yeah. That's what I was gonna say. We're wrapping back around how complicated and not complicated the game is. It's one of those games where it's somewhat easy to get into, where you can you open the game and you can't choose the hardest difficulty because it's locked. You're kind of forced into learning, and it's not necessarily bad because you're not like forced to do a long tutorial. Like there's no tutorial mission or anything. You just get in the game and you play. And you can change, like, not that you can't change the difficulty, you can change it to a certain extent, but the really, really high difficulties are locked, which makes sense because you will not survive on those difficulties unless you like have already played the game and you're starting over, which that's not referring to you if you're that person. So like that has nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with that. We're not here. Anyway, you get in and you could just mindlessly play the game, but there's a lot to go, you can make it complicated. There's a lot to do with the game. Enemy types, difficulty, length of caves, difficulty of enemies, enemy types, the gear you bring into the game. If you have overclocks make it crazy. Your cosmetics, because you might not realize it, but the length of your beard matters in this game. You might think, well, no, it doesn't. And for the people that have thousands of hours, they might come into the comments saying, no, the cosmetics literally don't do anything for your character in this game, and they're wrong. It shows actually how good at the game you are. If I load into a game and I see default Andy over there in the corner, I'm throwing 7 satchel charges at him and making sure he doesn't play the rest of the match out. Or he quits, one or the other. To be honest with you, I've never played this game with random people before. I've only ever played it by myself or with friends. And I've got a good, like, one friend. So I've played it with more people than some people might play this game with, which is one person. The most I've ever played this game with is 2 people. And that was like 10 years ago. And I still have a clip of that time I played the game with more than one other person. And I'm going to put that on screen right now.
It's not up here, it's down here. Check. Yeah, it's literally straight.
I have a zip line, by the way. I'm going to have like shield generators. Oh, this is the one that has the shield.
We still don't have enough nitro. Watch it.
I'm dead.
Watch it.
Help.
I don't know. It's a cave leech.
Shoot it!
Hold on. I'm gonna get tagged by everything.
Shoot it!
Hold on.
It's gonna kill me.
There's stuff all
I'm gonna fall to my death.
I can't do anything right now. I look like I can't
I'm dead.
Do anything. No. I'll get you. Oh. Okay. I'm getting you alive right now. Fucking stop. There's so many little fucking rats. Where are they all coming from? I'm out of ammo. Come on, turret. I'm gonna die, dude. It grabbed me!
Anyway, I think my favorite part about that clip is that I am actually only playing with one person. I'm not playing with 2 other people, so I just straight up lied to you. Whoops. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Go fuck yourself, maybe? Deep Rock Galactic, it has a ceiling to it where it's not like an infinite skill ceiling. I don't want to say that, like, oh, you can only get so good at the game, but there's only so much to learn, you know? A game like Rocket League just has, like, an infinite skill ceiling where, like, you could just do these flips and crazy shit and this and that and this and that and blah, 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 blah. Like, it's not really like that where it's just, oh, I'm just learning more. Like, there's more tech to the game. And, yeah, there's probably tech to the game and, you know, speed running stuff, whatever. But for the most part, like, there's the overclocks, and then that's like your highest rank. Like obviously, like cosmetics don't do anything, to be honest with you. I don't. Should they? They probably shouldn't. Would it be a good thing if they did? Maybe they should. Fuck it. Let's just make cosmetics do shit. If you put on this beard style, enemies will target you and only you and none of your teammates if you're playing with more than just yourself. Or they should have it so that if you have a specific sideburn on, it like only spawns volatile enemies or something. That would be awful. Anyway, Deep Rock Galactic is a game where you're deep inside of a rock, and it's pretty intergalactic, to be honest with you. You're basically in space on a space station. It's a mining rig space station, and this means nothing. This has nothing to do with anything. If you want to learn the lore, this is like the lore to Deep Rock Galactic is like the lore of Call of Duty Zombies. You learn it through like 7-hour-long YouTube videos and not through the game. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if I was learning the lore through the game, I would. The lore is, how the fuck did the dwarves get to space to begin with? How did this happen? How did we get to space to begin with? What? You're telling me the only people left in existence are dwarfs mining on space rocks? Earth is just gone? Like, okay, whatever, sure, that's realistic. Back to Helldivers 2. Fuck Helldivers 2. We don't play that shit. Get that shit out of here. Real men play Deep Rock Galactic. Helldivers 2 is just too easy. You think it's difficult, but in reality it's... Helldivers 2 is like... It's a difficult game for easy people, and Deep Rock Galactic is an easy game for difficult people. If that makes perfect sense, to be honest with you. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this game. There's like these spider things that come crawling at you, and they're kind of cute. They made all of the enemies in this game really, really cute, unless you're like arachnophobic or homophobic or whatever it's called. Homo-arachnophobic, I guess. You're probably gonna really not like this game if you're a homo-erotic or something like that. I don't know, something about arachnophobics or whatever the fuck. I like spiders. I think spiders are kind of cool. And I just saw the trailer for the next update. I forget what the update's even called. Season whatever, 7, 8, I don't know. And they added this new like flying enemy, and they look like rhino beetles. I'm gonna put a picture on screen of what they look like. You know, like those giant rhino beetles. They like clearly model them after that, and I'm like, oh, they're kind of cute, to be honest with you. They're kind of cool looking. Loot bugs, loot bugs kind of just look like slugs. They don't really look like anything. I think the biggest problem with this game is the mule. Fuck the mule up. But what's even the mule's name? I don't even know. What do they call the mule? I don't even know. Molly. Molly, get over here. Fuck Molly, bro. She's slow as fuck. And then she starts walking around for no reason. Like, the mule will just start walking around, like, right next to you. Because the mule is supposed to follow you around, and, like, it walks to the location with you. But, like, you'll be in an area, and it'll be next to you, and it just gets up and starts, like, walking in circles. And I'm like, sit the fuck down. I need to put my gold in you, bro. Like, there's like a bunch of gold on the ground, and my inventory is full, and I need to drop it, and Molly's just walking off. She's gone. Just there she goes. What the fuck? I don't even know, to be honest with you. Deep Rock Galactic is a game where you play as like tiny little dwarf people with large beards, and it's not really homoerotic at all, which I think is a pretty negative downside. Because everybody has a pickaxe, and you can use that to pick my ass, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you, I know. That was a good one. Anyway, I don't have anything else to say about this game, because there's not really a lot to say about this game. This is like this is a game for, I don't know, hard people. If you're hard, this is probably a game for you. Because, I don't know, maybe that's why it's hard for me to put it into words, because of how flaccid I am right now. Either way, Deep Rock Galactic is a game where you're deep inside the, I don't know, anal cavities of some rock or something, and you're like, are we the bad guys? Like, we have nothing to do with this rock. You know, we're like dwarves from clearly another planet, and we're just here killing all of the, like, inhabitants of this planet for seemingly no reason other than for our own gain and money and for the corporation that we work for. Like, what the fuck is wrong with us? You know, average dwarf phenotype, I guess. I don't know. The one really big positive about this game that I think you could really get behind is the fact that there's no women. So that's cool. Anyway, I'm done.